What you have to understand about social media and living in the age that we're in with the internet in 2026 is that everything that you put out there is basically a mini lottery ticket. Okay? What do I mean by that? Every post that you write on Facebook, every photo that you upload to Instagram, every video that you put out on YouTube, or mix and match, you can use different mediums on different platforms. Every single one of those is going to contribute towards you getting ahead. It's going to get attention from people. If you're in business, you're selling something that's going to increase the amount of people who see and pay attention to you. Most people aren't going to care. Most people are not looking for what you're selling, and that's okay. You want to niche down and you want to keep taking these shots. And the best part is, it's free. Obviously, if you're putting a lot into the production of what you're putting out there, then that's a separate issue. But in terms of being able to say, hey, I'm going to put 3 videos up on my YouTube channel today, that in and of itself is free. If you want to boost it with paid advertising, again, a separate issue. But people are not taking advantage of this like they should be. And even now, at age 31, I look back and I kick myself. I wish I had started uploading videos and content back when it wasn't cool. When I got my first iPod Touch in 8th grade, I was 13 years old. That was 2008. Imagine that. And then people wonder, oh, how is this person so successful? They're so dumb. Well, it's not exactly that they're dumb. They might not know a hell of a lot about this and that, about the economy, about politics. They might not be able to recite specific passages from some of Shakespeare's plays or any number of classical literature, but they were able to see an opportunity that most other people were just, it was just passing in front of their face and they didn't recognize. And they were like, I wonder if I tried this, I just kept doing it, what would happen? And then there you go. Okay. This is also why a lot of folks will say, if you can get fit, if you can really build an exercise routine, and you don't have to be a total fitness buff, but if you're at least somewhat committed to staying in shape and eating well and going to the gym and what have you, that's going to be a great stepping stone for you getting into your own thing, because you're able to stay committed to doing something that most people consider painful and boring for a long period of time, and then getting a certain result without seeing that result immediately reveal itself for a certain length of time. A lot of people will want to get in shape. Who doesn't really, right? But then they fantasize, they romanticize the idea. It sounds great. Oh, I'd love to have a ripped six pack. I'd love to have some big arms. I'd love to fill out a shirt. Awesome. I'd love to be lean. Great. How long have you been working out for? What's your diet look like? How long have you been sticking with that for? I'm not perfect. I have to lose a little bit of fat around my belly right now. And yet, it's not easy. You know, Sometimes when I'm faced with the decision to have a pastry or a cookie or something, I'm very tempted to go and just throw everything by the wayside and go have that delicious treat. Because what's it gonna hurt? But it does hurt because it compounds. All these things compound, whether positively or negatively. Again, nothing new. You've heard about all this stuff many, many times before. But it's like you have to hear it so many times from different sources until finally you hear from one person, it just clicks. And it's just like, I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid. I'm letting my reptilian brain control me when I need to step the fuck up and be in control and be in charge of this. Because if you continue to let your reptilian brain manage and run everything in your life, I mean, you don't have to look far to see where that really gets you. Okay? And the great accomplishment of man, what really makes a man, is the ability to stifle those voices, to push it back down, push away the urges, push away all of the desire to acquire that quick dopamine, whether it's through food, whether it's through social media, whether it's through substances, whatever it is. Your ability to say no to those things and continue to say yes to doing the boring stuff, that you hate, that you know you would absolutely rather be doing anything else in the world but that, as long as you're able to do that strategically, you are going to win. I don't mean this in the context of going and clocking into a job that you hate every single day. That's not what I mean. That's a cage. You got to do it in certain circumstances, otherwise you're going to go broke and have no food and no shelter. But doing this intelligently, seeing an opportunity like building a business, and the way to do that is, oh, you have to make a certain number of calls. You need to send out a certain number of messages. You have to put out a certain amount of content regarding what it is that you're selling so that you can finally start to get some feedback and some clients and some money in the door. That's what I mean. That stuff is pretty boring too, but at least it gives you a hell of a lot more upside than what it is that you're doing right now. So, reptilian brain, out. Developed, intelligent brain, in. That's all it takes.